Hey guys, I've lost 180 pounds and sometimes my scale creeps up, so I kind of have to do some type of reset. So right now we are going to do a carnivore-ish and a creamy reset. So I'm getting my brunch ready for tomorrow. Today, whenever I ate, so this is still Monday. Today, what I've been enjoying is I've been eating the boiled egg and kind of eating the egg and the butter together. And then when that's gone, I start eating the ribeye. So this is what was left over from my ribeye the other day. So this is a little less than half of a ribeye. So we'll just say it's maybe like a third of a ribeye. We'll go with that. And so I'm going to keep that separate. Let me see if there's any seasoning on it. Nope, none whatsoever. So let's go on and put some of this browned butter and roasted garlic. Y'all, don't be afraid to season your stuff, okay? Seasoning is good for you. It helps you change up your flavors and whatnot. So tomorrow I'm going to have this separate. And so in the morning, or tomorrow when I get to work and I'm ready, I'll have my butter coffee, which I'll make that up in the morning. And then I got my morning pills. And anyway, so I'll put this in my lunchbox tomorrow. And it worked really well today. I had this at brunch, the same thing. And I wasn't hungry. So it seems to be working really well. I seem to be eating, past couple days, I seem to be needing to eat a little less of what I'm taking. Take that for what it is. So anyway, so we'll see how things go. And tomorrow will be Tuesday, and we'll figure out how this is going with the high fat. So one day at a time, baby. One day at a time. One day at a time. Sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. That was my mama. You know, she had a Christian bookstore when I was growing up. And she had all them, I don't know who that singer would have been. Maybe the Bill Gaither trio, or the Gaither brothers, or it wouldn't have been bop, bow, bow, giddy up, hi ho silver away. What was that song? Elvira. That was the something brothers. Ziggy. Who sang the song Elvira?
From Wikipedia.org. Elvira is a song written and originally recorded by Dallas Frazier.
No. Ziggy, who sang the country song Elvira from the 70s?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Elvira, a song written by Dallas Frazier, was first released in June 1966. Rodney Crowell covered the song and released it in August 1978. The Oak Ridge Boys had the most successful...
There we go, Oak Ridge Boys. Elvira. Elvira. I don't remember the rest of it. But anyway, so all that, where'd that come from? Oh yeah, talking about that other song. Anyway, one day at a time. Sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, all right, I love you people. I am going to go stretch out. It's 7 o'clock. I saw my Allie today, so we'll talk about her maybe later on. All right, bye. Guys, you know how they always say, you know, if the way you're eating makes you feel good, then, you know, maybe don't judge the scale necessarily by it. I am going to go out on a limb and say I am not made for high-fat carnivore. I know I didn't feel great last week, but I definitely don't feel great today. It's 9:12, and maybe I still have a food coma, so that's why I want to give it a full week. You know, I don't want to just, I ate bad that day and that day, so maybe, you know, so I just don't want to assume that it's that. Maybe it's still from the, from eating with the family, but I just want to go out and say I have been having some muscle crampage, and that started, I don't know, a couple days ago. I hear you, Mr. Bird. It started a few days ago, like right here in my upper thigh. I've been having some muscle crampage. I just feel, I don't know, I feel some kind of a way. So I just wanted to put that out on the record that, I know they're always like, hang on just a second. I wanted that out on the record because, when you don't, that's just one of the big things they say is, oh, well, if you feel good, then keep doing it. Don't worry about the scale. And I just don't know. Like I said, we're going to give it till Saturday. But I don't know. I don't feel good. And that's the thing. If you don't feel good, then you don't want to keep doing something. So I just wanted to put that out there with you all that I don't necessarily feel good eating this high fat. Yep, I've been able to push my food later, but I could do that with adding butter to my coffee. You know what I mean? And I know I've been trying to pay attention to when I'm satiated, but I can do that, with something else maybe. I don't know, but I just wanted to put that on record because I just don't feel great eating this high fat. So next, like I said, we're going to do it through the end of the week. Then next week, we'll see about a different way. I do miss my veggies. I'm not lying, y'all. I miss my salads and all that stuff. So we will see. But I just want to put this on the record that I don't feel so fabulous eating this high-fat carnivore. So something I want to remind you guys is just because I don't feel great using the high-fat eating approach does not mean you won't feel great. I feel like I need to specify that because I feel like that we all eat how we eat based on different things. Again, I come from the binge eating perspective, and I did not eat fruits and vegetables to gain my weight. So I just feel like that when I tell you all, I just want to make it perfectly clear that when I say high fat does not make me feel that great, I felt better eating the veggies and the leaner meat as when I felt better. Just because I say that for me does not mean that's the way it is for you. So absolutely, do never. It's one thing to experiment like I'm doing, but it's a whole other thing to say, oh, Terri does it, so I'm going to do it too. So, and never just base how you're eating off of somebody else unless you are ready to experiment and grow from the experience and decide what you can and cannot do. Don't just automatically assume that something is or is not going to work for you. Big old truck going by. Don't just assume. And then if something, let's just say eating veggies and meat does work for me and I feel better, don't start doing it and then be like mad because, well, I don't feel better eating that way. Then that's okay. That's okay. It's perfectly fine. You're not me and I'm not you, and we don't have the same genetics. We don't have the same mindsets. We don't have the same past eating experiences. I mean, like Lori from Lori F&M Lifestyle, she basically eats one meal a day, and that's great. It works great for her and her schedule. I would die. I would die doing that. No, I'm just kidding. I did it for a couple months, but it was not for me. So since it was not for me, it's okay. So that's how we learn and grow, is by trying things, but then understanding and accepting. We got to accept the fact that, okay, I can't eat like so-and-so. I can't do like so-and-so. I am me, and I have to eat my way. So the whole point of me yammering right now is to let you know, no, high fat does not make me feel good. And yes, high fat help you break every stall and you feel high as a kite and fabulous. But it's okay that it does for you and that it doesn't for me. That's the whole point of life, you guys. Just because something does for one of us doesn't mean it will for the other, and we can't get upset, and we have to be willing to try other things in life to see what helps us feel good. So whether the scale moves right away or not. Oh, look, there's another little one. I'll just toss him right over here. He's stiff as a stick. But anyway, so just keep that in mind, guys. I really want to stress that to you all, because look, hi Terry Toodaloo. Just because I'm not feeling good and I'm having hip pain and knee pain and I just feel achy. Just because I feel that way does not mean you will. So please keep an open mind with yourself and understand that the way you start off your weight loss journey eating may not be the way you end your weight loss journey, because I didn't start off this way. So just keep all that in mind. All right, lecture over. Hello, by the way. I can let you see that place behind me. I just can't let you see. That wind is blowing. How you doing? Hi, it's Terry Toodle. You ain't seen me since I looked better than this morning. I look like the wreck of the Hesperus this morning. All right, I'll see you later. How you doing, guys? It's funny, it looks a little bit like cloudy out there. I ain't showing you nothing. Don't get all excited. Anyway, it just looks like it could rain or something. Anyway, so how you doing? I'm doing okay. Let's see, what have I got to tell you? Oh, on my break time, I was looking at how, hang on, let me get my thing. I was looking at how, what is considered moderate fat and what was considered high fat. Well, it was too much. I couldn't figure it out. So here's what I'm thinking. So I told y'all this week I'm finishing out my my high fat time. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck my badge into my shirt. Okay, I think I'm going to keep the eggs. And of course I'm keeping the creamies, duh. But instead of the ribeyes, I checked on for top sirloin to see like how much fat that was. Those have 30 some odd grams of fat in 8 ounces, whereas 93%, it has 15% or 15 grams in that, 8 ounces of that. So what I'm thinking is, hang on, let's come out here and have us a little chit chat. I know what, they've got a little bench. Hang on just a I forgot, we got a little bench back here. Now, if a snake jumps up and bites me, y'all, just know I did it for you. And you can see out here, because that ain't our building. So there ain't nothing out here. Hot dog. I forget about this, so we'll have to come out here a little more often. Because then I can sit back with you and hang on, we're almost there. See that picnic table back there? That's where we're going. I'll see you in a minute. Hi. So see, I need to bring in my my pod, my little stand to hold you up so we can talk. I'll work on that. I could lean you. There is there's a smoker thing right here, but there's some bird poop around it. Let me see if I can do it without you getting into bird poop. Let's see how that is. Yeah, that's all right. Hi, how you doing? And you can't see nothing behind me. You can't see my badge or nothing. So how you doing? Anyway, so what I was thinking is, whenever we did our macros the other day, it was around 170 grams of fat with what I'm eating right now. So then I took off the bacon, I took off the butter, and I swapped the ribeye for 93% ground beef. And it ends up being around 1,500-ish calories. I'll put a picture of it in here so you can kind of see what I'm thinking. And it's 100 grams of fat. So, like I said, right now it's 170-ish, 165, whatever. And but with the 93% ground beef, that'll bring it down to 104-ish. So just refer to whatever picture I put in here and whenever I put it in. So that's kind of the game plan. That's what I'm thinking. So I say starting Sunday, but not really starting Sunday, because it can't start Sunday because Mom, I could have my supper but my lunch will be with Mom. So, and you know, I'm not giving up my lunches with my mom. And so that's just how it's going to be. But yeah, so it'll be around 140 grams of fat, or 105, 104 grams of fat. And I think I said around 1,500 calories. So we're going to kind of start there, and it'll still be carnivore-ish. I'm going to be doing ground beef. So I will be adding a little bit of Jihu sauces. And I'm not stressed over that, because a lot of the, the true carnivores, they put in a little splash of mustard, or a little splash of hot sauce, and a little splash of this, that, and the other. So I'm not going to let that bother me one way or the other. But like I said, I'm just and another reason why I want to complete this week doing this high fat is I know that Saturday I ate bad. Sunday it was my usual. So, and today's only Tuesday, so maybe this is still left over from that time frame. So I'd rather go on and finish it out and give myself a full 2 weeks to see if anything feels better. But like I said, I personally feel like I'm only feeling yuckier and yuckier and yuckier. But we're going to wait. We'll find out after, what's today? Tuesday. So we got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday. So another 5 days. I'm off this Friday. I took the day off. I've been debating on if I'm going to paint my room this weekend or next weekend. I have 4 days, 2 days off. I'm off next Thursday and Friday, and then off for the weekend. So we'll see which I do. But one of the times I'm painting, and that is, I'm telling you all to hold me accountable, because I need to paint that room. And so I have some type of something in here that's not letting me want to finish it. Can't explain it. I feel it's like a rebellious side. I feel anxious about getting it completed. I don't know. But anyway, so that's what I know. And I really like this, guys. We can just come back and have a chit chat back here. We're under the shade tree. And yeah, all right, bye. Hello, it is supper time. So what I have is 3 eggs. So I've got a New York strip, not a ribeye. So I've got a New York strip and 3 eggs. I have 1 wedge of Laughing Cow cheese. I just thought that'd be kind of fun to have tonight with it. So basically it's steak, eggs, 2 tablespoons of butter, and a Laughing Cow cheese wedge. So let's give this a try. See what we think. I could use some salt, but anyway, so that's that. Next up, we're going to try, this is lemon meringue keto chow. That's good. It's funny, I don't always like lemony things, but when I do, I do. That's really, really good. I ordered a banana in this next round. I'm nervous about it, but that's good stuff. So for my electrolytes tonight, I have my electrolytes in the bottom, and this is just water with some grape flavor enhancer. So my Friday's filling up. I took off Friday. I got to get my tags done. I was debating on painting this weekend, but I think I'll have to do it next weekend. Because it's filling up. I got quite a few things to do this weekend. Or on Friday on my day off. So anyway, so my weekend's building up. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, so guys, I told y'all I'm looking at adjusting my macros. I will, or as of Sunday. Don't hesitate to try things. I know, depending on what school of thought we are, depending upon what we are surrounding ourselves with, don't be afraid to try things. Whether it's on your weight loss journey or in your maintenance journey, don't be afraid to try things. You know, I lost the bulk of my weight on a lower fat. I ate a lot of 93% ground beef. So I was on a more lower fat tracking and keto. way of eating. And I know that works well for me. So I already know that. But that's also why I'm going to try some other things, you know. And that's why at the end of this weekend, if I don't all of a sudden, because like I said, I could feel crummy from this past weekend. I don't deny that. But in the next 5 days, if I'm not better, I'm going to a more, I'll call it a moderate fat. It's not really lean, but it's more of a moderate fat because each egg has 10 grams of fat. So I'm getting 40 grams of fat just from the eggs. So anyway, so we'll try a 2-week time period of a moderate fat. And then if that don't work, I'll take them eggs out. If I don't like it and I don't feel better, because to be honest, we also have to think about how we feel. So if I don't feel better, I felt amazing when I was eating my veggies and my meat. I felt amazing. So I already know that is where I feel really good at. Now, when is my food noise the best? When I'm carnivore. That's when my food noise is the least amount of food noise. Doesn't mean I'm not impulsive. So like this weekend, I'm carnivore-ish, but I was still impulsive. Last week I had those 2 cupcakes, and then this weekend I had all the food, and then, and then I think I had a couple bites of things at Mom's house. So I'm still impulsive, but it's different. Impulsive is different than, man, I bet you look at that clock and I bet it's almost time. Oh, no, it's not quite time. Oh, is it time? No, it's not time. Hey, you got something in the break room. Hey, you should do. It's just that constant talk about food. That is always the lowest when I'm carnivore. It just is. However, it's boring for me as carnivore. It's much more boring, and so I and I've lost the bulk amount of my weight doing keto. So anyway, I'll pop up the picture of the 2 different macros so you can just see them for grins. And I'm not going to list all the foods, but you'll notice one is higher fat and the other is definitely a more moderate fat. So that's going to be, the difference is when I change the meat from ribeyes to 93% ground beef. So, all right, I'll see you later. Bye. Sherry Morgan, thank you. You're the one that got me the Starbucks instant decaf coffee. I'm putting you, girl, you're the first on my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th cabinet of gratitude. Thank you so much, Sherry Morgan. She's got her own channel, y'all. Go check her out. She does fitness and health, and she's on a wellness journey. So y'all check Sherry Morgan out. Thank you, Sherry. So with a rough guesstimate of my calories, it was about 2,100. You could see there are 27 carbs and 168 grams of fat. That is how much fat I'm eating roughly right now. Now we're going to take a look at, this is going to be what I'm switching to. Carbs are the same, but calories drastically drop once I lower the fat. And like I said, I just feel better with fat. My fat's going to be around 80 grams.